Hey, it's producer Rob. We've got Jeff and we've got Bart over here.
Guys.
Thanks for tuning in. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, thank you very much.
Yes.
If you're listening to us right now, that means you're not seeing us, but you can see us if you want to. Just go to Jeep Beach Official on YouTube, and you'll be able to find out everything that we've done in the past, most of them anyway.
That's a scary thought.
Videos. Yeah. And if you are watching this and you want the audio portion of it, all your favorite podcast platforms will cover that.
Yes.
So, ready for the show?
Ready.
You ready?
Yes,
We're ready.
Thanks for tuning in. Here we go.
It's now time for another episode of the Off-Road Toolbox. A Jeepers guide to everything off-road. Powered by Best Price Trailers.
Hey, welcome to another episode of the Off-Road Toolbox, guys.
Hello.
What are we up to today?
Oh, you're the one that started this one off, and you actually keep changing. We're doing Christmas gifts.
Ho, ho, ho.
Just when I think I know the list, he changes the list. But it's okay.
Gotta keep you on your toes.
It's okay. We can actually probably do two shows out of it, do two different
We're
lists.
gonna, we're gonna do two parts. This will be part one.
Okay, good,
Which
good.
we'll do like 15, 20 minutes of the stuff and
Okay.
kind of talk about our preferences and
Okay.
things that we know. There is a lot
Yes.
of different stuff out there that new people are not sure about.
Sure.
We want to kind of put them towards stuff that's safe and well known.
And spend your money wisely.
I mean,
Yes.
as we say, buy once and cry once.
Yes, we do.
Yes, there is some stuff out there that's cheaper that will work, but
Yes.
how safe is it?
True.
And that's what we always preach. Even when we're doing classes, we're preaching
Yes.
safety. Because
And buy the good gear. Don't buy the cheap gear. Don't buy things that you're gonna have to replace or break on you. You know, you don't want something under stress and load breaking.
no, because it has bad repercussions. When
Yes,
it
it does.
Because we've seen it.
So what do we? Well, we're here. We haven't even said hello to.
Oh no, we
Producer Rob.
just started in.
Just no big deal.
He's just
Right
back
up.
there
No big
behind
deal.
the
I'm looking at all the
goodies.
goodies that you have on these pieces of paper.
And I like that. I mean, I yeah. Good.
There's some
good
great,
selection.
there's
good
great stuff in
selection.
there.
Yeah. Good.
I
Selection.
take a size 4-inch lift kit.
I'll take a 12K
12K.
winch.
winch.
Oh, okay.
He needs
Wait, I
the
already
winch.
got that on the.
You
Jeep.
already have
You
that.
need. Everybody
I need
needs a
another
winch. Everybody needs a winch.
I have. Well, mine is
Is it
not.
winch or
Mine's
winch?
mine is a bumper ornament right now. I call it because there's
True.
no guts in it.
We need to fix that.
Got to find another winch. Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah.
You should have told me. At one time, I had a couple spares. Not making it up.
Really?
I had some people. You know, again, hey, test it, prototype it, and tell me what you think.
Oh, no kidding.
And it's kind of nice. Yeah. So
That's cool.
Well, tell us what you need for your winch.
Well, it's really an old mile marker winch. I
Okay.
mean, really old.
Okay.
The guts.
Can it
the
be
motor.
rebuilt or is it gone?
It might be able to be rebuilt. Take it apart and look at it. It's really
Solenoids.
old.
It's just solenoid and drums and gears.
That's
Yeah,
all.
that's
Planetary
it.
gears.
Yeah, planetary gears.
I think I talked to a mile marker representative at a Jeep Beach,
Event.
one of them years past, and he said, you're probably better off buying another one.
Of course, they always say that. There's salesmen sell.
Well, this is the reason being.
Yes.
He said that the parts to buy it, it's you're
Might
gonna,
be.
I
Yes.
could sell. He said I could sell you those, but
Yes.
they're making better. That's an old one that I have.
Yeah.
And the motor's older, and it was all.
yeah.
So this, he said, for a little bit more, you might be able to, jump up, but I don't know.
That's one. And
But
that's one of the
thing
things
is,
on your
those,
list.
those old gears, I mean, you can't destroy them.
It'd just be the windings on the
The
motor.
windings on the motor.
And if
You
it
can get
depends how much you
rewound.
used it, unless you can take it apart, clean it up, which
Yeah. and
It's
put it
really
through.
old. I mean, it's even. I don't even have the strap. I mean, it's all cable too. It's not even.
That's
Yes.
okay.
It's not. Yeah. It's old.
the only thing with the old ones, and I'll tell a lot of people this: if you buy a winch and you want synthetic line, buy a winch that's designed for synthetic line. Otherwise, the brake heats up, and if you don't put the proper shroud or protection on, the first layers, you're going to melt your winch line.
See, I think
You're not gonna be
this winch, it predates when I bought this. I bought it in 08.
Okay,
The winch was on it.
Yeah, there was no synthetic line back
So it's not really set up for
No,
synthetic, and that's the way to go.
And so when synthetic line came out, there was companies just said, "I'll throw the line on," and on one of the ones I had, one of those ones,
Yeah.
they said, "Oh, let's put synthetic line on it." And after one class of teaching, we only did 5 demos with it. When I pulled the spool back off to re-spool it and clean the line,
Yeah.
it melted.
Ooh.
So that was
Really?
telling me. So it was designed for stainless steel cable, but they said, "Oh, you can just switch it." And again, salesmen sell. And I'm like, so then I called the company. And I'm like, hey, why did this happen? And they're like, because you're a dummy. And I'm like, why am I the dummy? And they said, because you put synthetic line on a steel cable winch. And this is in the early days. And they're like, no, the newer ones now, we change it so the drum doesn't heat up as much. Because it's electric. It's electric and it heats. That's the big thing about electric drums or winches that are electric. They generate heat, which is bad for synthetic line.
Yes.
So yeah, in other words,
learned.
I think it's probably time for another one.
The prices have come way down on
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get a Warren VR 10, I think
10?
it is.
Well, Destination 4x4
He
had
has
some
good
good
deals,
ones. Yeah, he had
always.
really good deals at the last class that we did.
Yep.
We have to see if he's going to have some Christmas specials. We should actually give him a call one of these days. Say,
Yep.
hey, what are you going to do for Christmas for, Black Friday or, specials for winches?
Without a doubt.
Yep. And he sells Warren and I think one or two other brands. But Warren's the
Super
big-
Winch,
Yep.
Warren.
Stick with the bigger ones. You'll be happy, I think. And now everybody's going to go to Harbor Freight. Everybody loves the Harbor Freight ones. I see it all over.
They
all
do
over.
work,
They work.
and the thing about it is, if they break, take it back and get another one.
Yes. And some people, they used to offer the warranty, a cheap warranty where
Yeah.
you could just keep, swapping it out.
Have they gotten smart with that?
Somebody else said, yeah, they don't offer the warranty on the winches anymore. I'm not sure about that. They used to do the same thing with their little generators, and I think they stopped doing that too. But when you get, what's mine? My Warren is coming up on 12 years old.
Okay.
So there's
and
hope.
So my thing is, I want to see a 12-year-old Harbor Freight that's been used a lot, and let's see if it's still working 12 years later.
Oh, that's true.
That's just.
I would probably say no. I would venture a guess.
And we
that,
saw some other brands that didn't hold up.
Right.
Some of our, there's a whole bunch of brands out there, and some are good and some aren't.
Okay.
So yes, so Wench is one of the ones on our Christmas list.
Really good. I
Yes.
mean, what are some of the good economical winch prices? I'm saying winch like you
Once again,
do. Yeah.
buy once, cry once.
And shop it and
Well,
work it,
And
then
shop it. Yeah. And that's the big thing. You got to look around for the deals.
So in the price range, you're talking
I would say $475 to
Yeah.
$575
Okay.
for a Warren VR10 on sale.
okay.
I would say that, and where you can get the other ones, I think what $199 or $299
Oh well, that's
at the Harbor Freight ones.
yeah.
Again, if that's what you want, but
And two is you got to live within your means.
that's
True.
good point.
And on top of that, also, how much are you going to be using it?
Right.
Is another
See, now
thing
with
too, right?
him and I, we use it more
Well,
often than others.
you guys do. You're showing
Yes.
you know,
Yep.
classes like the one we had,
Yep.
and also we got classes coming
Coming
up
up. So
as
yes.
well. So and yeah, you'll be using those.
More and more
Again,
classes
yes.
are going to happen.
So
I think
yes.
going through. I think just winching in general should be a staple of every class. All right, we're going to do this.
Yes.
Just at the beginning, just because it's done so infrequently. Just to do it, just as
So like when we do the Jeep Beach before they do the
Yeah,
Cracker
that was
Ranch,
really cool.
We go out and we do the training day.
Yes.
And we have fun with the training day.
Yeah.
And that's to get everybody back on the same sheet of music. Make sure everybody's safe. Make sure everybody's using the right stuff. And if they don't, our sponsors for whatever different years we have different sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
We use their gear.
Yep. And I've included most of the past even. I've included
Yes,
them in
yes.
with this because they've helped us along.
Yes, and they've helped Jeep Beach. They make it what it is. They make it safe out of Cracker Ranch, and we appreciate that.
Yes.
see now. Looking at some of your lists, are we going to go over some?
We're
of
going to
this
go
list?
over it. He started off with books, though. I like that.
Look, coloring books
Yeah.
for the kids.
For the kids, or even for me. Stocking stuffers. Great stuffing.
You're laughing. I knew a guy, high-speed guy, and that was one of his things that he would
Keeps you calm.
he would sit down and color.
If you got a lot of nervous energy, it's a good way to.
He might have a scotch when he was doing it, and I used to say, he goes, "This is my only
Scotch.
advice." He goes, "I have one scotch, and when it's been a really bad day and I'm getting flashbacks,
that's really good.
And
That's therapy.
It was good therapy, and he was actually a really good guy. And afterwards, after his actually he was in Somalia, and that big back was it 93?
Yeah.
His 19th birthday.
Wow.
He graduated. That was his 19th birthday. It was baptism by fire.
Wow.
So, but great guy, first responder, years, 25 years as a first responder, and
Right.
still serving his community and just doing
That's
a great
great.
job. But I said that, and he goes, "No, I don't."
Do you want to mention him? at all?
No, I won't mention his name, but he was just kind of cool. And then and he goes, "I'm like the only one who knows." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "One is you're going to make fun of me, but two, you can relate.
Yeah.
And when you make fun of me,
Well, when you put it that way when you put it that,
'Cause
you
it's-
know,
it's amongst the
PTSD
brother. Yeah,
and all
so
that.
yes.
You don't even, he can say that. It's like, all right, gotcha.
Yeah, and then
Understood.
I would say, I'm like, and he and I really didn't make fun of him. I just said, hey, that's kind of cool. And he goes, you're not going to pick on me? I'm like, oh, I'm going to pick on you, but I won't pick on you for that. I'll pick on you for other knuckle things he has you do.
I mean, we even have coloring sheets at work.
I'd probably pick on him about a scotch. What brand?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know that. That's out
that's
of
the
my
thing.
league. Yeah.
So anyway, for the kids and plus, us, great stocking stuffers.
Yeah.
They're cheap. I mean, I found one for $5.84 and another one for $7.99.
$8.
cool.
Throw them in. The kids love that
Throw
stuff.
them in the kids.
Actually, guess what's going to be in Noah's stocking?
A coloring book.
Coloring book. I'll do
that's
that.
great.
Yep. I like
Great.
that.
Yeah, and before we go too far, I'm going to have this list that I made up is going to be on the Facebook page that you'll be able to click on the link and go to where I had found all this stuff.
Perfect. So
That's-
we are
yes.
Off-Road Toolbox.
Yep.
Nope.
Facebook page?
Facebook,
Yeah, Facebook page.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Off-Road Toolbox.
Yep.
Some other things is that we like to read. A lot of times we're on our tablets, but sometimes
Yeah.
you can't be on your tablet and doing other things. So we got some books.
This is actually pretty good here.
Yeah, Jeff brought his in,
I brought mine in.
These
I've
are
read
cool.
some of these.
They got a lot of pictures.
Yes.
which is good for me.
Pictures are good.
Yeah.
Especially for the mechanical stuff when they want to show you how to fix things or put things or
Here's one of them.
Yep.
Yep.
Aurora, you're at the switch. If you can, there we go. I don't know. I think this might work. I'm not sure, but I think she can get this.
Wah.
The Ultimate Off-Road Driver's Guide.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is basically for anybody that off-roads. It's a whole new world and experience. It's basically a basic guide to how to off-road.
Yes.
I think it's 80 pages, 90 pages, somewhere around there.
And Dave Logan is the.
Yes, these are all Dave Logan books.
These are Dave Logan books.
Yes,
He's out of. Looks like he's out of Minnesota.
I believe so,
Yep. Okay.
or at least it's printed out of.
Yeah, it's printed in Minnesota. Okay.
So that's one of them. The next one would be like the Jeep 4x4 Performance Handbook.
Yep.
That tells
Oh
you.
boy, this one's nice too.
That one's a thick one. It
Yep.
gives you a lot of good information
Yes.
as far as how to set up the Jeeps, things to look for, things to kind of steer away from.
Yep.
I mean,
The back, there's a getting started. There's tabs. It's color coded. Oh, this is really nice.
Yeah, it's set up well.
Yeah, this is real. Jeep 4x4 Performance 3rd edition.
3rd edition. And believe it or not, that's $13 right now.
That's a good
That's
deal.
it. That's not bad at
That's
all.
a good deal.
High clearance steering.
Yep.
They got the
That's
YJ Leaf spring, so it's everything.
Just for you.
Yep.
Steering.
I don't-
Steering.
Well, I
right
know
there.
exactly, but yeah.
Merry
This is-
Christmas.
That's very nice. That's a very nice book. Okay.
Let's see what else we got up there.
You have the Jeep Wrangler JL and Gladiator JT.
That's
The how-to for this model.
Yep.
Yep. This is all the modifications it talks about for the last 3 years that they've come up with and they're looking at and kind of letting you in on the sides.
Right.
Is it good? Is it bad or indifferent? Does it improve your performance? And then most of the stuff does improve your performance.
And I like this, the off-road tires and wheels, all-terrain versus mud-terrain tires.
Correct.
They've got pictures and
As
show
we've-
you the wear. And, yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about all this stuff.
Ring and pinion gear upgrades. Mm-hmm.
never-
Axle upgrades. I
Yep.
mean, this is a really good book if you've got a JL or a JT, Wrangler or Gladiator.
And there are ones out there for the JKs and
The TJs.
TJs. And I think YJ, there's still some on the market for them.
That's
So you're
cool.
in luck.
Yeah, no, well, I got the TJ.
I know
so
you
there's
do, yeah.
TJ. Yeah.
So when I was
going.
going through my training, I had to get books on all of them from the CJs and actually Broncos, Blazers, trucks.
Right.
So I had to read up on all those for my instructor training, and mine is full of tabs and highlights, and you just can't learn enough, and then you forget it all. But still, it's
That's like even when I'm writing this, I'll write it.
Yep.
And I won't see it for a week. I have to go back and
Got to go back.
reread just to refresh my memory.
There you go.
and it's
Yeah.
just good.
And it's good, and it sticks with you.
yeah.
All right. So those are basically the books. I mean, they run anywhere from, like I said, the one was $13 all the way up to $32.
Yeah, that big one's $30.
Yeah.
The workshop, the Jeep 4x4 Performance Handbook.
Yep.
I believe that was actually
That's $13.
that was $13.
It's
You
the
got one
JT
that we
one.
didn't. Yeah, this is
The
the
JT.
ultimate off-road driver's guide. We don't. Did I have? that?
Yeah, that's up there. That's the first one that you
Oh, the
showed.
first one. That was the most expensive one.
Yeah, that was $30.
Okay.
But it's worth it.
No,
it's
that's
good
definitely worth
information.
it.
It's,
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
you can come to our classes. We're going to teach you the same thing as hands-on, but you can read ahead of time and learn some stuff before you even get to us. Some more stocking stuffers. Have you ever thought about socks?
If you're looking at the socks, yeah,
The socks,
socks and hats.
they're like, what do they call them? No show shock.
Yeah.
No
No show.
show
Here,
socks.
I'm gonna show these. These are the three that. Let's see if I hope they.
And it's got the Jeep
It's got the Jeep
Jeep.
logo on it.
Jeep logo on it. Yep.
They're,
the grill,
This hat is
the
pretty
7
cool.
slots.
It's like a cotton hat. Is that what it is?
No, they're beanies.
They're beanies.
Yep.
They're all, the bottom
the
one is
bottom
just
one.
bottom one's a cotton hat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a cotton hat.
So you got the beanie, the cotton hat, and all that. That could be stocking stuffers if you're looking for stuff to stuff in there.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Those are great, especially for the Northerners. Those hats.
Or even here when it's cold and you don't have your top
True.
and doors on and you're
You
going
go-
to
Yeah,
go
because-
out and brave it.
And the Ocala National Forest, I recall.
Gets a little chilly up
You
there.
know, it's funny. It's warm as can be right now down here in Florida, and there's
In the
some-
mornings, it's chilly.
Chilly, yeah. And at night, it gets cold too.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, I went to work the other day and I got out and I was like, ooh, this ain't Florida no more, Toto.
Now I see the winches. We were just
Yep.
talking about
Yep.
those.
We're
beforehand.
back into the winches. So there was 3 of them that I picked out. Going from the highest was the Warren Evo 10S, which is a synthetic line. That was $840.
Okay.
The next would have been the
Just
Super
show
Winch,
this here.
which
Okay.
would have been the 10 SR, which is a synthetic rope,
that one there.
was $750.
Yep.
And then the Smittybilt Gen 3 synthetic, which has all these, I believe all these have a wireless controller on them now.
Yeah.
And that was $688.
And these-
Smittybilt. You like the quality of a Smittybilt,
I like it.
Bart?
They were okay.
I mean, you tested
mean-
some. Yeah, you have one? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep.
I heard some. Hear rumblings once in a while when you go online, and
But you know what? It all depends on how a person uses it.
Yes.
Do they take care of it? Do they maintain it?
Okay.
If you don't maintain it and you go to use it and it doesn't work, you're going to get upset.
Or if you don't put a pulley in and you're trying to do,
Yeah.
you overstress it.
Overstress it and it
Yes.
shuts off and it won't restart.
Like we had the one guy from the one group.
Yep.
He went through 3 winches in a year. And then once he learned how to use pulleys, he hasn't gone, and that's been 5 years ago.
oh wow, okay.
And so it works. Training works.
And speaking of which, you have. Well, no, these are
These
toe
are
straps.
Toe
You got
straps. Yep.
Yes.
So we hit Rhino.
Yep.
We hit Gear America.
Rhinos right here.
And those were the 2 main ones that I hit because Factor 55 didn't have any that were in the price range I was looking for.
Okay.
So, great. Rhino USA recovery strap 3-inch by 20 foot was $36.90,
Okay.
and then the Gear America, which was 3 foot by 20 foot, was $39.98. So
not
they're
bad,
they're in
yeah.
the same price,
Yes.
and you're using them for tree savers,
Yes.
a toe strap. They're not meant to be used.
You're not
as
shock loading them.
Shock loading them.
You're just, it's simple. Yes. Static towing.
And there's only 1 or 2 brands out there that you can actually use them as a kinetic rope to a point.
To a point, yes. Because they stretch less
They
than
stretch a
rope.
little
So
bit.
is this the kind of rope you would use if you were on the beach?
This is a strap.
This is a strap.
The strap. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's a strap.
So if you want to do a simple tow for somebody, just to get them going.
them out of the.
Just to
pull
get them a
out.
little bit. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
But if you're sitting there yanking on them hard,
Don't want to yank them.
No,
This
no.
is just to get them going.
No.
Okay.
that's like putting a chain in between the bumpers and yanking on it. It hurts.
Yep. Yep.
The next thing is soft shackles. I went through Factor 55, Gear America, and Rhino.
Yep.
Right here.
They are 3/8 and 1/2 inch. The 3/8 was the Factor 55, which is the extreme duty. That was $78.82. Gear America synthetics 1/2 inch 2-pack was $84, and then Rhino's synthetic 1/2 inch was $59.90. So you got a big price range there. I'm not too sure as far as performance if you were to put them side by side how well they would do.
And Bart, have you tested these? What have you tested in the past?
I've stuck with Bubba rope. Has been good to me, and Bubba rope replaces them when I break them. And let's put it this way: I had a set for 7 years, and used it in my class. And it was 2 of them got caught on an angle we didn't see inside this bumper, and it cut them, and they replaced it. And so the general manager goes, "How long have you had these?" I said, 7 years. He goes, "You going to replace them?" I said, "When they break." I said, "I'm using them in training. I'm using them in controlled environments." And I said, there's a lot of lessons learned from it. And
Right,
he goes,
right.
But who else is using one that long and has got the data to support it?
Yeah.
He goes, "Yeah, I like that. That's okay. That's okay." So I just, and from day one, I've used their product and I've just liked it.
No, and there's preferences. I mean,
Yes.
I have my preferences, you have yours. I just give people a broad band.
Oh, yes.
And you let you guys do the research
And if you're not doing again, if you take care of your stuff, if you learn how to use it, if you inspect it, you should be okay.
Oh, without a doubt.
You know what I'm saying? You should be, and that's what we show in the class, how to inspect things. Okay, here's a point where I wouldn't do a hard kinetic energy tow, but could I use it for a static tow? Yes, you could.
Yeah, exactly.
So, keep
You
that in mind.
downgrade it.
Yes.
When it comes fresh out of the package, you're good to go.
Yep.
As time goes on, you're going to want to not use
Yes.
it.
And if you notice, the two of them, the Gear America and the Rhino, has that protective sleeve on it.
Yes.
And that's very important. That ballistic or Kevlar sleeve.
Yeah.
That's
It
real
does
important.
help.
That helps a lot. So, yes.
So then we step into the kinetic ropes. That was a challenge. So
It is.
we go back to when we were talking about Factor 55 in past episodes.
Yes.
They do their testing by stressing it on
Yep.
hydraulics.
Yes.
To see how it goes.
You got, oh, no, not
No,
these.
kinetic rope. The ropes. It's on page 6.
4,
He lost.
5, 6. Oh, my bad. There we go. I've got it.
It's okay.
That's all right.
We're not professionals here.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I went with Bubba rope, 7/8, 20 foot. That was 189.
Yes.
I went to let's see here. What was the other one?
You got Factor 55s,
Factor 55s.
who Bubba Rope used to make it for them. You know that.
Yes.
I don't know if they still do or not. I think they've maybe gone to their own. So you're pretty close there with those two.
Yeah, you can go anywhere from 150 all the way up to $300 on
Yes.
on your kinetics.
Yes.
Once again, research. Don't take our word for it. Just listen to our word.
Yes.
Factor 55, I'm happy with. We got those from
Yes.
them.
No,
And
Bubba and Factor 55 do a lot of studies and a lot of testing. So I'm and quality controls there versus some of the other ones made someplace else.
well, we'll just say, Gear America is not made in America. It's
Yes.
outsourced to China. But everything that you get nowadays is outsourced to China and comes into America. So be careful.
Yes.
And as I said, research.
Yes. Yes.
So then we move on to the closed winch system ends. So
Yes.
Factor 55 has a 50.
This bottom one here is the one you're talking about now.
That's the
Yes.
that's the E-Expert. That's the one I have on my Jeep. It's $137, but it's probably more safer than a hook. Much more safer than a hook because a hook can fail, whereas this is a closed system. If it breaks, it's it's not going to break. It's solid aluminum.
So I have one of those, but when Bubba Rope upgraded my winch line, I
It
have
wouldn't
their
fit
new,
on it?
I have their new loop system. So I don't even have. I use their loop system versus.
And that's okay too.
It's soft. So
Yeah.
if I use it with a soft shackle, if I can take metal out of my equation, I do, with the exception of the pulleys. So yes, that's what I have now. So now I can use, and you can use a shackle, or you can use things, or I can actually use. But this flat link, I had that for 10 years. I still have it.
I love it.
It's a great one.
The only thing is some of the hard shackles will not fit through it, like the Gear America will not fit through it.
Looking at and some of these too, like you have the Smitty built in the rough country, right?
Those
I'll
are
show. These
those are called thimbles.
Thimbles. Yes.
Yep, that go on the end of the rope.
Yep.
And you just mount into those.
Yes.
You can drop a soft shackle through it. You can put a D-ring through it, and that's about it that you can put through it.
Yes.
Two here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. As we continue on, do we have a tool of the day today? Because
Yes,
we'll have I guess our next episode. We'll continue on.
We're going to continue on
with
part 2.
with more part 2
Yes,
with
correct.
With
So
the,
give me 1 second because I sent it to you.
I didn't get it yet.
It's probably still in the mail.
Probably.
it's in the ether. Well, you could hook up to our Wi-Fi, but you're like, no, I don't want to do that.
All right. I got it.
Hey, you see that idiot?
What the hell are you doing?
What are you doing?
What you think you're doing, you stupid idiot?
It's the Off-Road Toolbox Tool of the Day.
Are you some kind of moron?
This comes from. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. We're sitting here waiting around. Yeah.
I have to get the right picture. I'm a visual guy.
Okay.
And we'll post it. This again comes from SOS Stuck in Florida, or Stuck in Florida SOS, and this comes from Jalen.
Facebook page, right?
Facebook page.
Yes.
Somebody went out off-roading with looks like their Ford F-150, and they got just a little bit offline. And so the passenger side slid off the trail and they got a little bit of stuck. So they had to come get somebody to pull them out.
Okay.
Simple thing would have been if you had a high lift jack, I would have jacked it up in the front and the center and done a jack and cast and pushed, and it would have pushed it right over and he'd been right back on the trail. Or you could jack up that one side, and he had so much items around him that he could have got.
You can hold the picture up just where you're at real quick because it does pick up pretty good. Okay, so he's a little bit offline.
It's just one side, just half of them.
Yeah, just
and
half. But that's all it takes, right?
It's just the front tire, and so it was enough for him to cause the resistance. So again, with the high lift jack, when you do the jacking up and cast, you can just push it right over, or you can jack it up, put some
Stack
branches
some
and
stuff underneath it,
and then you're out of the way. And that's one simple tool, one simple way. Again, stop going off-roading by yourself if you don't have all the tools and you don't have the training. And even if you do, let somebody know where you're going.
Or we're going to use you as a tool.
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
Yes, but nobody got hurt. Everybody's safe. But it's something that's that simple. You just slide off.
And really, it's been ongoing here a lot lately.
Oh, it's every week we get so many.
4 or 5 at least,
Yes.
whether it be over in Tampa area,
Oh,
or
yeah.
in Ocala,
Ocala.
Or up in North Florida.
Yep. And then we even got into the St. Augustine Beach people. I love them. I love them. If you're going to drive on the beach, air down. And we got some of them coming up.
Oh, yeah.
So, yes. So, please.
Drive on the beach, air down.
That's it. Air down. You can do in two-wheel drive if you know what you're doing.
Okay.
Just have a compressor air.
All right, guys. Well, with that, we thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
And there you have it. Don't you feel smarter now? We'll drop more knowledge on you soon. Thanks for listening to the Off-Road Toolbox, powered by Best Price Trailers.